Hello, and welcome to this very special edition of the Worship Warrior online podcast, and the one that will most likely be the final one of the year. I know. But given how hectic both of our schedules are, we will be taking a break from this podcast, but fear not, because next year, at the beginning of January, we will return with this very podcast in a slightly different format. And that's all the details I'm going to give you at this time. Without further ado, I am your host, Michael Zapata, joined by Lara, and we are going to talk about the importance of giving thanks to God, not just on Thanksgiving, but throughout our everyday lives. Let's get right into it. Well, thank you for joining us again, however you're listening or watching. How are you doing, Anna?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me again.
Again, yeah.
Twice.
Oh, I guess it's pretty safe to say that she's gonna be a reoccurring person. You're no longer a guest. You've been here once,
No.
so you've made this home.
Yeah, I have.
You're a co-host now.
Yeah, I'm excited for this opportunity. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure, dude. So let's just start with a happy Thanksgiving. We're filming this a little earlier, but by the time it comes out, it'll be close to Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. How's everybody doing? How are you doing?
Great. I'm loving Thanksgiving.
You're gonna love Thanksgiving.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. At this time, I'm probably gonna have eaten some turkey, and so
You're gonna be napping.
I'm gonna be asleep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be asleep. So let's get into this though. So we are talking about Thanksgiving. I wanted to start actually with a fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a good host. All right, I did my research. You know what I mean?
Okay,
I did my research. I found a fun fact.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a fun fact. I didn't actually know this, but did you know that? Okay, so we know the story of the Pilgrims, right? And Thanksgiving and how it got started. It was like, okay, so there was Pilgrims, and then there was white people, and then like they all had turkey.
The Pilgrims were the white people. You're talking about the Native Americans and the Pilgrims?
Cut. Okay, so. Sorry, I'm a good host.
Good host. I know
yeah.
you are.
This is why you're here though, to keep me anchored, because I wouldn't have even caught that. I would have said that and left it.
Mm-hmm.
So the Pilgrims were the white people, and then we had Native Americans come. They ate food.
Your research didn't tell you that.
Anyway. They ate food. And so then they were partying or whatever. Woohoo.
Mm-hmm.
But did you know that it did not become an actual holiday until much, much later?
Really?
It actually took... Okay, back up. So, it was actually Sarah Josepha Hale.
Mm-hmm.
You could call her the mother of Thanksgiving, because she petitioned for 30 years to make it a national holiday.
30 years?
30 years to make it a national holiday. And finally, Abraham Lincoln was like, all right, you know what, let's do it.
Abraham Lincoln?
Abraham Lincoln is the one that
Wow,
approved
I
it.
thought like George Washington was celebrating.
So, like, he more or less recommended it, I think, is
but
what I
it
read.
wasn't a national.
But it was not a national holiday until Abe Lincoln, which is actually kind of interesting.
That's a awesome fun fact. That's a cool little fact.
You don't gotta lie to me.
It's a cool little fact you got
It's okay,
there.
you didn't like it, it's whatever.
I loved it. I really did.
If you don't like that one, here's another one.
Yeah.
The same girl that named and petitioned for Thanksgiving actually wrote Mary Had a Little Lamb,
What?
which is pretty cool. That's a pretty good resume,
That's
if you
a
ask
pretty
me.
good resume.
Wrote
yeah.
Mary Had a Little Lamb and also
Invented Thanksgiving.
So that's a good thing to take to your grave. After that, you don't gotta do anything else.
No.
You really don't. And my source is history.com. Okay. So, so if I'm wrong, blame them.
Yeah.
So segueing from that, what is Thanksgiving exactly to you? Because like we know what it is to most people. What is it to you specifically? What do you think of?
It's a day to give thanks with your family. That's literally
what it is. Yeah, it's fair enough.
Yeah. What
To
do you
me-
think of?
I think of food. No cap. I
Really?
mean, like everybody. I think of food. Like I get really excited for any holiday just because I know we're gonna eat really good.
Do you have food staples
Okay. So yes.
like in your family?
Yeah. Turkey. No, not even. You know what it is?
Really? Turkey on Thanksgiving?
You know what it is? Actually, I'll tell you my plate. This is my staple plate every year, and I'm looking forward to it. Ham with mashed potatoes, macaroni, and Coke.
That's a good plate.
That's it. That's all I eat.
That's like a Thanksgiving plate.
That is
yeah.
a Thanksgiving plate.
Yeah.
That's like all I eat. I know it's not that crazy. I got into green beans recently,
You did.
so I'm looking forward to that, to putting that into my resume.
Who cooks your Thanksgiving dinner?
Who does it?
Yeah.
It's
a big roll. Do you
Nice
know who
pun.
cooks your Thanksgiving dinner?
It's a big roll. It's a big roll. I think it depends on the year. I don't even know who's gonna do it this year. It's either my mom. No, it's not my mom. Sorry, mom. You can't cook.
Wow.
No, okay. I'll tell you why I say that, because and my sister will back me up. Whenever we go to sleep, you know what I mean. So like we're in a new house, and Bianca said a little bit about this. She said she went to sleep, and then she woke up to the fire alarms in the morning, and she didn't even get scared. She was like, "Oh, I bet mom's making breakfast." And you know what? She was right.
She was.
Yeah, mom was making breakfast, and the fire alarm went off. Just like always.
Just like always.
Yeah. So, it's probably gonna be my grandma. Probably, yeah. What about you? Do you have any staples?
Yes. Creamed corn.
Oh,
that's our only staple.
That's
really.
legit it.
Creamed corn. Yeah, for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Creamed corn. It's because, so I have a bunch of aunts, so everyone brings a dish.
Sure.
And every year they want to get creative, so we don't really have like staples except for the corn.
They just invent things on the spot?
No, they don't invent it. It's just everybody brings a new dish every year.
That's kind of cool though. I kind of respect that. You kind of adventurous.
Except for the cream corn.
Okay, that's always gonna. So
it's always in a big old pot.
If somebody forgets the cream corn, what happens? You cancel Thanksgiving?
It's literally the worst Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Has it happened?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
It was so sad. It was freshman year of college. I was so excited to go back because I was like, cream corn. I get there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Alex, that's my aunt who makes it. Where's your corn? And she says, oh, I didn't make it this year. And my heart just broke in half.
Just like casually, she just said that?
Yeah.
She just stabbed a knife into your heart and like didn't even blink about it?
Yeah.
That's messed up.
I know.
Really? Truly.
I know.
I'm sorry. Food is the one thing that if you're promised it, like, you better deliver, because that can really test a relationship. You know, if you were to actually, if you want to share a personal story, that one time our relationship was tested. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Whenever we were gonna go to Freebirds.
Oh my gosh. Yes, I do know what you're talking about.
We were gonna go to Freebirds, and
I thought I was gonna get murdered.
No, it's just that you said, hey, let's go to Freebirds, and then I was ready for Freebirds, and you said, hey, I don't want to go to Freebirds. God,
sorry.
You know, now that I say it, it's so pretty messed up.
No, this is the story.
Yeah.
We had made plans to go to Freebirds where I work. But I had missed that day. Yeah. And I had said that I had missed that day. I don't know what I said.
Probably lied.
And so I was embarrassed to go. Yeah. Didn't get a discount on the day that I missed. And I was like,
no, you know what? That's the thing. You didn't miss. You were called out. They told you not to come.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Why I was, They
told me not to go. But I still felt like, you know, I just didn't want to show up. It was awkward for me.
But they told you not to go.
I had anxiety about it.
Yeah.
And then I pulled up and I was like, Michael, what if you just go eat somewhere else? 'Cause, you know, I kind of have anxiety about going to Freebirds. And he was like, what? Why? And I was like, well, because I don't feel comfortable going. And then he got so mad at me. He was like, looked at me right in the face. All his love for me was just gone. And I was like, you want to eat somewhere else? And he was like, yeah, I guess. And I was like, are you upset? And he was like, what did you say? Yeah?
I probably said, oh,
you
yeah.
Said yeah.
You said, because usually I say no. Usually I deny it, but I was so mad. I was like, oh, yeah, I'm upset. And you were like, we can go. And I said, no, forget it. And then we went to Whataburger.
Yeah, and he said, oh, we'll just go to Whataburger. I'll meet you there.
I felt bad. But I was starving. You understand? I missed food. Like it was like 9:00 at night, and I just came out of church and those.
Anyway, back to it.
Back to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was definitely one thing that happened. Transitioning, we made up afterwards.
Yeah, we did.
It's all good. It's all good. I apologize. That's on me. So I want to talk. I don't want to just sugarcoat things here. We have to talk about the bad things about Thanksgiving too, because there are some oopsie daisies
Bad things, yeah.
in Thanksgiving. So one question I have that we can kind of discuss is about the history. So knowing that they give thanks, and in the Christian realm we give thanks to God on a daily basis, or we're supposed to. Does the history of Thanksgiving ruin the idea? And if it does ruin the idea, should Christians even be celebrating the national holiday? What do you think? Because I know what I think. What do you think?
What do you think?
No, you go first. I asked you first.
What do you think?
It's a tough one. So what I'm going to say about this is that I feel like there's always a negative aspect to everything. There's nothing that is perfect, obviously. The only perfect thing is Jesus Christ. And if you don't believe in the Bible, well, then there is no perfect thing in general. You know what I mean? So just knowing that, you have to be able to separate the good from the bad, and know that when you celebrate something, or whenever you, like even if we took Christmas and all its, you could say evilness in Christmas, and that's all corporate business anyway, you know what I mean? It doesn't actually mean anything about Jesus. You can take those things and you can say that, okay, that's true, so I'm not going to mess with it, or you can take the good of it and say, I'm going to use this to lift God up. And I think that's why I do it, and I think that's why we should do it.
Yeah. Celebrate Thanksgiving?
Yeah. What do you think?
I think
Okay.
that we can and we should.
Yeah.
Celebrate Thanksgiving. It's great to have a day, you know. We are supposed to be thankful every day, but it's also great to have a day to just really dive into it with your family and your friends.
Right. Yeah.
I think we don't need the story of the Pilgrims and the Native Americans eating together. I think we can celebrate without that narrative. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't take the thanks away from Thanksgiving. It's just...
So what would you do in place of that?
Well, you don't need a place. It's as simple as telling your kids, it's Thanksgiving, it's the day we give thanks. It's that simple.
I actually do. I like your point, actually. I think you have a very good point. I will say to that, I don't like the idea of completely erasing the history of it, which is essentially like we are told in school. And you find out when you're older, like when you're in college like us, that you were actually told a lot of things that are kind of misinterpreted, or actually just straight up
historically accurate.
Just straight up lies, to be honest with you. Just straight up lies. But it's like, we should fix that. We shouldn't get rid of it. I personally think that when you're that young, yeah, you should learn about the Pilgrims and the Native Americans, but they should stop saying that there was so much peace, because it really wasn't.
There really wasn't.
So I don't think you should get rid of the narrative. I think you should replace the narrative with the truth. I'm totally for giving the truth as soon as you possibly can. I know that's not what we do for whatever reason, but I don't think you should completely erase history. I think it's definitely something that should be taught a little better, a lot better.
Yeah, I agree with you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't think we should do it on Thanksgiving.
Okay, fair then.
You know,
we can.
I think we can do that every day.
What every day?
Explain the history behind things.
True.
You know?
So I guess that could be like a whole nother curriculum. And then that's the thing, when you add this stuff, I guess that's what goes through their mind. It's like, okay, so we want to take this out of it. Okay, then where are we gonna put it?
Yeah.
And it's like, what if we have like a Thanksgiving course? Where we just talk about like the history of like Thanksgiving. That'd be so fun.
That would be.
But you know what I mean? It's like, I don't even know, man. But just like with that, and then you can go and like open so many other things in history that are just like, they're inaccurate and they're taught inaccurate.
Yeah.
And that's a problem, I think.
Yeah, it is.
You know, but it's like there's only so many hours, but I feel like it can be done.
Yeah.
Because I don't know about you, but like my history classes were very redundant.
Same.
Dude, right?
Same every year.
I'm not the only one that thinks that, right?
I learned the same thing.
You learn the same thing every year. You watch the same videos every year.
Every year.
And it's like there has to be. There's so much room to.
I've seen the same crash course.
Yeah.
Like 80 times.
We saw Liberty Kids. I saw the same episode of Liberty Kids probably every year through high school.
Schoolhouse Rock. Yeah, the bill.
Oh,
Bill,
yeah,
the bill.
I'm just a bill.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I'm sitting here on campus.
Same. Yeah. Every year.
Yeah. I liked it. What I don't regret watching is the one about the the Declaration of Independence, I think.
Oh, that one goes hard.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, man, that's a great one.
Banger.
It's too late to apologize. Yeah. That one I don't mind at all. Teach that one in every class, I think. But yeah, that's like, I don't know, that's kind of where I am about it. It's like, it's really about what you celebrate, I guess. And so it's like, you can kind of make it your own.
To each their own, really.
To each their own, to be fair, you know. So then, what do you think about the Christian aspect of it then? What should we do in churches? Coming from people who are like, you know, we're obviously not leaders in the church, but I still think, you know, everybody can have a voice about this kind of stuff. What do you think we should do in churches revolving around the topic?
I don't think it's a problem to celebrate Thanksgiving at church.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Do you?
No, not really.
I don't think.
I just wanted to see if you had a different opinion on that.
Well, I used to.
You did?
In high school, think that we shouldn't celebrate Thanksgiving at all.
Mm-hmm.
But my mindset changed a bit.
Really?
That's what college is for.
Yeah, you used to be.
Mindset.
You used to be pretty wild, I think, from what you told me back in high school. I wish I'll get your permission, but I really want to show a picture of you here, with your orange hair. You know what I mean? And your orange eyebrows.
That was in high school.
That wasn't high school?
That was college.
That was college still.
That was freshman year.
It lingered. See, it lingered a little bit. But you get the basic idea. Like, that's who you were.
Yeah. Actually, I'll tell you an embarrassing story about Thanksgiving. Actually.
Okay, tell me.
In high school, I was so strongly left. Like.
Okay. I thought you meant like you were left.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, Thanksgiving, blood, killed Native Americans,
right?
Yeah,
sure.
So I was very strongly against Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
And so for English, before we let off for Thanksgiving, she was like, write a poem about what Thanksgiving means.
Oh, God.
And I wrote like blood and dead bodies, you know?
Death for democracy.
And yeah. And she called me out to read it out loud. And I read it out loud. And she was like, what? She was like, I don't understand. And I was like, I'm sorry.
Dang, she called you out, bro.
Yeah, she did.
So how'd you feel during that moment? Did you regret it?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
I regretted it.
I respect you for standing up for your opinion, you know?
Thank you.
Takes a lot of courage.
But I don't believe that anymore because, and, you know, it's important to recognize that opinions change.
That's true. That's very true, actually. And, you know, it's so crazy, but you should be accounted for your words. But I think it's really important to have integrity. When you have integrity, it's kind of understood that, you know, things do change, you know, and people believe you more. They can kind of accept the change more when you do come at it from like an honest perspective in a more respectable way. I think it's easier to say, you know what, I was wrong about this.
Yeah.
And you can change your mind.
Yeah.
So I'm totally for that too. You know, my mindset's changed a lot actually. I used to be very, very, very close-minded, I feel like, just from where I grew up. And I wouldn't call myself a liberal. I definitely lean more right. But I definitely am more open to ideas. And I you know, we talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
We communicate, even though we're on two different sides, we communicate really well, I think, about what we believe and what we should do and what we shouldn't do. And at the end of the day, it's all opinions anyway.
Yeah.
It always ends up being, well, to each their own when you think about it.
Yeah.
Truthfully. So with that being said, another lighter note, what are you most thankful for?
Ooh, what am I most in like my whole life?
Sure.
My little sister.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm so thankful for my little sister.
Yeah.
My big brother too, but
but you know,
it's my little sister.
Yeah. You know, that's good. That's good. I'm gonna piggyback off of you. I think family, just in general. I mean, you've met my family. Like,
Sweethearts.
I could not have asked for just a more kind, God-fearing, you know, loving family. So I'm always so thankful for that. You know, parents, even my grandparents have been so great to me. My aunts, uncles have been so great to me. You know, I'm truly blessed all around with my family. So that's always good, for sure.
Yeah.
So with that being said, we're going to transition now. Staying on the topic of Thanksgiving, because as you know, it is Thanksgiving. Almost. And so that's the theme of this episode. We want to talk about something that me and Anna have been doing behind the scenes, which has actually been really fulfilling, I think. And we talk about that a lot. We you know, it's like an everyday thing, but when we skip days, we do feel a little empty. It's a little more friction, you know what I mean?
We get a little moody.
So I think it's really good. Good just to keep that in mind, you know, how important it is to daily feed yourself with the Word of God, and I think other things. So what I'm talking about specifically is called, what's the title of the?
Oh.
Go for it.
The Book of Ruth, a 31-day journey to hope and promise.
Yeah, so if you want to show the camera, this is a workbook, essentially, what we've been working through. So it goes through the Book of Ruth, and it goes through
verse by verse.
It really is only a 31-day challenge. We've had this book for like, what, half a year? It feels like.
Like 2 months now. We should have been finished a month
We should have
ago.
been finished, but again, we've been slacking.
We're halfway through.
We are halfway through. So the reason we bring this up is because on the subject of Thanksgiving, we were going through the day today. It was day 15, right?
Day 15 on day like 64.
On day 60, yeah. And it's called More Than Good. And they break down certain words, and it just fits so well with the subject of Thanksgiving. It was like God was telling us, we should probably bring this up. So, what kind of stood out to you about this thing,
Yeah. Okay, so first, we're currently on Ruth 2:21. And we were talking, she was talking.
Yeah, so if you want to turn to that real quick. If you have your Bible or phone app.
Yeah.
Ruth 2:21 is what we're talking about and referencing, so you're not completely lost.
She was talking to us about Ruth meeting her future husband, Boaz.
Yeah.
That's how you say his name, right?
I believe so.
Boaz. And she's basically her mother-in-law is kind of pushing her to start kind of not flirting, but spend more time with Boaz.
Kind of nudging her, to get
the
out
fields.
there.
Yeah. So she's kind of manipulating her. They talk about it, right?
Right.
But it leads to this verse in Ruth where Naomi, Ruth's mother-in-law, uses the word good, which translated from...
You got this.
It's not Jewish. Is it?
Oh, I don't know. You're
Translated
talking about
from-
Hebrew, right?
Yeah, Hebrew.
Okay, yeah. The
Translated
Hebrew,
from-
like the original Bible
translated
text.
from Hebrew is Toab. Right?
I don't actually know how that's
Tob.
pronounced, but
Tob.
I'll put it on the screen right now. Boop.
Tob.
So that's what it is. If you know the actual translation, we are so sorry.
It's Tob.
Is it really Tob?
Yeah.
I believe you. We're gonna
It's
say
Tob.
Tob. All right. So Tob meaning what does Tob mean exactly?
In the widest sense, used as good thing, good man, good woman, fine, glad, good, loving, merry, pleasant, sweet, wealth, welfare, righteous, prosperity, to prosper. And it's used best in Genesis 1 when the Lord declares each aspect of his handiwork to be good.
Right. And that's I love that actually. When you first read that, I was like, whoa, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Because if you read surface text and you just read, when good, it's just, chill,
Yeah.
Gucci, you know what I mean?
Good, yeah.
But it's like, it means all those different things. If you want to list them again.
Yeah.
So
Joyful, kindly, kindness, loving, merry, pleasant, precious, prosperity, sweet, wealth, welfare, favored, well-pleasing, morally correct, proper, etc.
dude. It's like all that stuff is wrapped up in the one word because again, it's translated to English, so that's the actual word and that's what it means. And it's like, because we didn't have a word for that, right?
Yeah.
To encompass all that. So it's just kind of mind-blowing and really humbling to think about. Like, I just think that's so cool.
All that meaning
in one
good.
simple good
Yeah.
in the Bible. And it's like, you don't understand that if you don't really dig into it. And so that's why I really like this book.
Yeah.
We're not sponsored by this book, by the way. I just really do like this book.
Yeah.
And so it's like, that's really, really cool. So anything else on Tove?
Tove.
Sorry. Tove?
No,
not really.
Yeah.
What another word that we talk about a lot. I wasn't gonna bring this up.
But it's a good word.
It's a good word. You know what I'm talking about.
Good word.
Can you say it for me? Because I always say it wrong.
Chesed.
Chesed.
Yeah, I think.
Words on the screen right now. Boom.
Chesed.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Which that is
Chesed.
that is another way to describe God's love. I want to say.
Yeah.
But it's more than just love, right?
Yeah.
It encompasses His love, His mercy. His joyfulness, patience,
loyalty,
all this, and it's like this one word, chesed, really just encompasses it means all these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's so cool. And then on the spirit of Thanksgiving, like, that's just such it's just mind-blowing, you know.
It is.
Like just learning about different Hebrew stuff, it's really cool. It's really, really cool.
Yeah,
And we're
the first time it was brought up, it was used for a verse, God is kind. And then it's like, it's not just kind, you know, it's joyful and merciful and right, and it's all in this one word. And you just read kind.
Right.
But it goes so much deeper than kind.
It goes so much deeper. And that again, that's why that's why I give thanks to God, you know. That's why I think it's so important, because it's, you know, it's more than, he's more than kind to us. He's all these things to us. That encompasses everything. He's everything to us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's chesed.
He's chesed.
Yeah.
Simply put. And it's like, that's so humbling when you think about it. And then when you just look at nature, that's one of the craziest things about being on campus where we are. Like, there's so much nature around us. You look out there and it's so hard not to be thankful. And so it's so important. And that's one thing, there's something in here I want to talk about it. It talked about giving thanks. You know what I'm talking about?
Why would God
desire for us to be thankful? That's the question I actually want for people to ponder on. Why would God desire for us to be thankful? Truly, think about that for yourself, because I think that's so important for everybody to individually answer. Just thinking about, you know, why? You know, the why of everything. I always like to know the why of everything. So why should we be thankful? And why is it good? Why does he desire it for us? And, you know, just you can come up with your own answer. We wrote down that it's because, you know, it really is good for us.
Yeah.
It's good for the mind, you know. If you're always looking at your situation like you want more and you're longing for more, you never are. Well, truly, you're never content. And you're always seeking and searching. But if you have God, you shouldn't be searching anymore.
Yeah.
And that's something I struggle with. I'm talking about this from experience. As you know, one thing that I struggle with is sometimes being content with my situation. Always longing for more and always wanting more. You know, you have that ambition, but sometimes that ambition can lead you in the wrong direction. And so that's something just to look out for, because I always have to look out for it myself.
Yeah. It's what's good for us.
Yeah, it really is. Like, it truly is. And so then another thing, there was another part.
Oh, yeah. So the book asked us a question, and it really stuck with us because we both have little sisters.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, have you experienced company or children who were not thankful for your sacrifice? How did it make you feel? Did you want them to come back? And we both said, yeah, we have experienced children who were not thankful.
Yeah.
Because we have little sisters.
And anybody who has his little sibling can understand that, or anybody, you know, or has kids, if you're listening to this, like, you understand, man, kids are, they are the, oh my goodness, you know. And we used to be kids.
Yeah.
I used to be the same way.
Yeah.
I told you the story how I used to, like, one time I got socks for Christmas and I was just like, that's it?
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? I would have punched myself in the face now.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, kids are so ungrateful.
They are. They're so ungrateful. My little sister, she was so ungrateful.
Yeah.
She was known to be ungrateful.
Yeah.
She had a reputation.
She did? Like,
Yeah.
around the family?
Yeah.
It's like, what? So when people gave her gifts, were they a little afraid, or was it
No, it was more like, just with us, if she didn't get what she wanted, biggest tantrum in the world. We would have to stop on the side of the road.
Oh, yeah.
We have to stop on the side of the road because she's screaming, crying.
Yeah.
It's insane.
That
We
reminds
drive.
me of Bianca so
Yeah?
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
My sister, dude. Like, she used to do the same thing. She'd throw tantrums all the time. And if you're watching this, bro, you know it's true. No cap, dude. Like, she used to just throw the biggest tantrums, and, like, if she didn't get what she wanted, she would just bawl her eyes out. You know what I mean?
Fernie's the same way.
And then she would eventually get it because she's bawling her eyes out. I would never get away with that.
Same thing. I was like, Mom, stop giving it to
Right,
her.
yeah.
But she would not cry. She would not stop crying.
So it's like, oh, man, I totally get that. And one point that you pointed out is that we think about this and we were laughing about it. Then it was like, you know what? We're kind of like this to God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we're like little sisters to
We're
him.
we're little ungrateful people who cry when we don't get what we want.
Yeah, and it's so true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, we have this plan in our mind, and it's just like, gosh, nothing's happening. Why have you forsaken me, God? And then, you know,
You start crying.
you start crying, and then, like, you wipe your
Throwing
tears
your little fit.
with $100 blanket. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you're already blessed enough, you know?
Yeah.
Why do we want so much more? But it's human nature to always want more. You know, I struggle with it all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, like one thing like that really stuck out to me, just like in that, like I told you, like with plans, like they get interrupted, and it's hard to be thankful when your plans get interrupted, I feel like.
Yeah.
But if we go to right here, the prayer at the end really stuck out to me just about that. So just reading, I'm gonna just read this whole prayer out, because I think it's something that we all really need to hear through the Bible study itself. This is the last part.
Prayer.
So it says, Lord, you are more than Tob, and your Kesed will never end. Thank you for demonstrating your goodness and kindness, mercy and love. Thank you for the story of Ruth. Help us express thanksgiving every day, no matter what the circumstances. And help us be thankful for the blessings of today before we try to manipulate tomorrow. Amen. And that just really stuck with me because, you know, I like to plan ahead.
Yeah, as soon as we read that.
Yeah. Oh, my God. It was like, dang.
Yeah.
It's always one day at a time. It should be. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And it's so hard to sometimes see it like that whenever things are just not going according to your plan. But it says, be thankful for what's happening today. Because we're not even promised tomorrow. We weren't even promised today. And so that's what the spirit of Thanksgiving should be, you know? Even if you feel like you have nothing to be thankful for, now it's a reminder for myself too. Like, you're alive and you get to experience the greatness of this earth. It's not always glamorous, but there's so many things the little things to be thankful for, you know, just the nice sky sometimes, the sunsets, you know. I truly like the moon, looking at the moon and how pretty the sky can get at night over here, you know. And it's like those little things really should encompass what we're thankful for, and we're supposed to give thanks every day. And that's something that, you know, needs some work, at least in my life. I don't know about you. Yeah.
I could definitely be more thankful.
I mean, I feel like you in general are you're a pretty selfless person in general. You do give a lot of thanks, you know? So that's pretty cool. Just hyping you up a bit. But, you know.
You give a lot of thanks, too.
Yeah. But
you're thankful. You're a thankful person.
Thank you. Sorry.
That was a good one.
Thank you. So, like, yeah. So that's really what we just want to leave that part with. So we're going to take another break. I think that kind of wraps up being thankful. We're going to have a little fun now. So I was reading online on the Google, and I found something. It was an article, and it says things you should never discuss at Thanksgiving dinner. And I want to really talk about this because, these are 15 things you should never discuss at Thanksgiving, and we're going to see if you disagree or agree. Welcome back. Thank you for that lovely little break. Truthfully, there's probably not going to be a break when you're watching this. It's just a break for us. So, we're going to transition to a little bit of fun. I found this article, 15 things you should never discuss at Thanksgiving dinner, on a theme of Thanksgiving. So, we're going to see if you agree or disagree with these. This is from Reader's Digest. Okay. Not something I read on my, it's definitely not on my bookshelf.
Is it?
Or my web shelf. I'm sorry. You know, but it's something that really, it seems interesting. Mm-hmm. So, first one is your fight with your cousin's boyfriend. Did we talk about that?
Did we talk about that?
No, not did we. Like, should we?
Your fight with your
fight.
No.
No, we shouldn't, right?
No.
Your fight with your cousin's boyfriend.
You shouldn't even be fighting with your cousin's
boyfriend. About to say,
boyfriend.
that whole sentence is just already confusing. You should not be fighting with your cousin's boyfriend.
It's not your boyfriend.
There's already a lot of tension if that's already happening.
Yeah.
Which it seems to happen a lot during Thanksgiving anyway, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Which is like the complete opposite. It's like irony right there.
It is.
There's always low tension. At least not in my family.
I didn't know
actually.
It was common for cousins to be fighting with other cousins' boyfriend.
To be honest, I didn't either. Is it? Or is this just like a really like outrageous first statement? Cause I've never had that. That seems so weird, right? What?
I have.
You have? Oh,
yeah.
Goodness.
I have. In my family table, yes.
Really? What was that about? If you don't have to talk about it, but
just your cousins fight with your boyfriend. Your boyfriend fights back.
Yeah, classic.
Mm-hmm.
I've never. Maybe because I'm really passive.
Mm-hmm.
I will not fight back.
Mm-hmm.
I'll sit there and eat.
Well, I sat there and I ate.
Yeah. Because you're also not. You're not engaging. You're very passive too.
Yeah.
Okay, so
But no.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah. So, what do you think of the current president?
Yes.
I knew you were gonna say that
100% yes.
But
that's a conversation you should have.
Okay.
I think everybody listen. You share your opinion.
Okay, but should you have the conversation, or are you wanting to because you have a personal vendetta against the person in question? You know who I'm talking about. You just want to ruin their dinner.
I don't want to ruin their dinner. Okay, I don't. I think they had their chance to represent.
Mm-hmm. And now it's
maybe
you don't know yet though. It's not over.
Yes, it is.
Technically not.
Look, all I'm saying is, if you are the only one who can ruin your own dinner, that's all. I can say
I agree.
whatever. Yeah, I can say my opinion. You can say yours. I'm not gonna let your opinion ruin my dinner, and you shouldn't let my opinion ruin
But
yours.
should you start a pot as a
yes,
as a Christian?
No. As a Christian, you should not.
Yeah, but you're going to, aren't you?
Yes.
The whole world's watching.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes.
Yeah, there's a lot built up in that.
Yes.
We could dive into that. That could be a whole other episode.
It could be.
Moving on. The $500 your brother still owes you.
No.
That's a very specific amount.
It's Thanksgiving.
Yeah. It's like, how would you even bring that up?
Yeah, that's
Be like,
so
hey,
rude.
pass the turkey and that $500 you owe me.
Yeah.
You know what I
so
mean?
Rude. Yeah.
So no. Your newfound atheism.
Yes.
Really? This is a time to kind of air out that you don't believe.
You're all together in Thanksgiving. Mm-hmm. Somebody's going through a new life change is how I see it. Yeah. Air it out.
Okay. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Thanksgiving though, while I'm eating my food.
Yeah, everybody talks about anything Thanksgiving.
No, I mean to be fair though, I just like to watch football during Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Well, just around the dinner table, you're eating. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm atheist now.
By the way, just keep eating your cream corn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh, your petition for gun control.
Yes.
How would you even bring that up though?
Oh, hey guys, by the way, I'm starting this petition. I hope
you start everything with, oh, hey guys, by the way.
Yeah, it's super chill. Yeah.
Well, hey guys, by the way, I'm pregnant. You know.
Okay. Yeah, cause listen. It's Thanksgiving dinner. Your whole family's there. It's the time you talk about your life and things you're doing.
I don't. This is what you do. Football. This is what you do. Okay, you don't talk about anything. You know, your parents go, how's college? You say, good, and that takes care of everything.
Really? You know what me and my family do that actually is my favorite part of Thanksgiving?
What?
Well, my uncle will gather around in a circle because I have aunts. We all spend Thanksgiving together. Aunts, cousins, uncles. We're Mexican.
That's true.
And so we'll get around the table, and one by one we'll all say what we're thankful for.
Oh, that's nice. We
do that every year without fail.
And you're gonna say my newfound atheism.
I'm gonna say our new president.
Yeah. That's gonna be. That's gonna cause a lot of stirs. I can already tell.
Yeah, it is.
So the next one is all of your children's amazing. The next one is all of your children's amazing accomplishments.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
It's your time to share.
You know, actually, that one's not as bad. I mean, I can see where that can be kind of annoying.
But, if it's real family,
then
you have nothing but love for each other, they're not going to be jealous.
When
they're
is that?
Be happy for you.
When is that? When is that actually a thing?
I will say my family doesn't struggle with jealousy.
Really?
Between each other, no.
That's cool.
I will say, when one of my cousins has accomplished something and their moms are talking about it, we're all proud of them.
That's what's up. Mm-hmm. Actually, mine too, Loki.
Yeah.
So, that's not actually a big one.
No.
Also, I mean, my mom talks about me all the time anyway.
I believe it.
So it literally just is the same. And then my grandma has a whole blanket with my face on it.
What a sight to see that blanket, guys.
Hopefully I have a picture. I hope so. I'm gonna actually put this is me and my sister. This is actually in their living room. If it's a picture, if it's not a picture up there, then it's literally just our faces, gigantic.
Yeah.
So they don't mind talking about us. Okay, so next one is why your brother isn't married yet. Oof, no. Never marriage, bro.
Why would you
nothing
even,
like that.
Yeah.
That's like horrible. I will say I'm probably gonna make a you're pregnant joke at Thanksgiving just because I think it'd be hilarious to be like.
I think it would be too.
Yeah, so I'm gonna do that.
Tell me what happens.
I will let you know. Because I need a new one. I usually come out to them as a joke, and
now you have a girlfriend.
I have a girlfriend, so I can use that one.
Yeah.
All right, sweet. Let's see. I mean, that's an advertisement. How do you feel? Let's see. How you feel about your saddlebags, cellulite, or weight gain?
Yeah.
Like about you personally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We do that.
Yeah. So
we do that in our family.
That's fine. Yeah. I will say we really usually don't, but I wouldn't see a problem with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, moving on. Your sister's children or lack thereof.
No.
Especially if there's a lack thereof.
Especially if there's a lack thereof.
Don't pressure them, bro.
Yeah.
They ain't ready.
They ain't ready.
No, that's crazy. I don't understand.
It's just hard for them too.
That's true. You just never know the situation.
Know.
If you don't know the situation, it's just best to just be quiet about it. That's what I've learned. That's cute. Parenting advice.
I don't know about that one. I guess depends on the tone and context.
Depends on the intent.
Yeah, intent. If the intent is to be like, I know more than you, but if you're genuinely like, hey, this worked for me,
Yeah.
I've heard you have this problem, maybe it can work for you.
Yeah.
And by all means.
I feel like most of these are all about your family dynamic in general.
Yeah.
You just have to know your family.
Yeah.
How much your aunt is eating?
No.
Oh. Dang, auntie, say something for us. Who brings that up, dog? Oh, what? Did it die? Anyway, we're gonna keep going. One of my lights died. We're too far in to stop. That's hilarious, bro. Auntie got mad. That's funny, dude. All the foods your niece can't eat.
Yeah, don't.
Oh, so it's something about like veganism and food. Oh
yeah,
no, yeah,
that's
don't bring it
so
up.
annoying.
Really?
Yeah.
So you used to be a vegan, right?
Yeah. For like half a year. Yeah.
Half a year.
6 months, baby.
How was that?
It was honestly, I will say I've never felt better in my life than when I was vegan.
I get it. It's probably healthier, right?
Truth be told, yeah.
Truth be told.
And I hated when people were like, "Can't eat anything, can you?"
Yeah, that's not true.
Because I couldn't eat anything.
Oh, it is
on
true.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
There was nothing I could eat. We had to bring our own stuff.
That's funny. I would say I'd probably look at you strange. Just be like, salad?
I'm gonna do it again.
Yeah. You're gonna eat salad?
I'm gonna be vegan.
Really?
How would that affect our relationship?
So the next one is I wouldn't even know how to eat with you anymore.
Really?
Because like that's cool, but then like we're gonna have to go to so many different places. Like you're gonna have to go to Kill Me Crazy. I'm gonna go to whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna go vegan, man. I love food too much. Your uncle's embarrassing moment.
Yes.
Talk about it.
You can talk about your uncles. My uncles have embarrassing moments all the time.
Yeah, same. Talk about any embarrassing moment, really.
It's gonna happen during Thanksgiving. I'm gonna talk about it.
Our family caps like crazy. Like if anything, if we stutter, it's on the family bulletin board for a year.
Forever.
You know what I mean? Like they just don't forget it. They just don't forget anything you do that's slightly embarrassing. That's why I love them though. How you change the recipe? Ooh.
Oh, yeah, no.
They're already going through the trouble. You know what I mean? You gotta
be grateful.
Be grateful.
Be thankful.
Be thankful.
Mm-hmm.
Be. What's a Hebrew word?
Thrankrel. Oh, what's a Hebrew word? What's a Hebrew word?
Is this right? That's the wrong context.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway, your nephew's semester.
Oh no! Don't even bring up college. Like
yeah, that's the last thing I want to talk about.
Don't go deeper than how's college.
Yeah.
Good. Don't go. How are your grades? How's class?
Yeah, for sure.
Who you dating?
That's the one thing, and that's the last one. That's the one thing is like, that last thing I want to talk about is college. If I'm at Thanksgiving, but I know they're gonna talk about it.
Just ask. How's
college? And I'm gonna say
good.
It's top.
It's top.
It's top.
That's all you need to know.
You know.
Yeah.
And then that's just continue with the food. That's all I really want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
is the food.
I don't want to think about the 6 papers I have waiting for me.
Yeah,
when I
for
come
sure.
Back.
I don't either. Okay, so with all that being said, I think that pretty much wraps up everything, right? So thank you so much for listening to this special Thanksgiving edition of the Worship Warrior podcast. And yeah, thanks again, Anna, for officially being the co-host.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, sorry about the light. It's gonna be a little darker in here now because one of our lights died. Still working on that. But again, thank you for watching. Just a quick reminder, if you listened and you enjoyed it, please give a like, because that really helps out. Give us a like and share it with someone who you think needs to hear this. So, you know, if you have family, I think this is a great time to just share this thing around. And subscribe if you want to see more wonderful content like this provided by both me and Anna. And finally, just another reminder that this will be the last podcast of the year. We are going to, take a break. A lot of school stuff, a lot of finals, a lot of things to get done. We're going to take a break and come back much stronger next year with a very special kind of revamped version is how I'm picturing it. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be great. So stay tuned for all that and more in the near future. Until then, have a happy Thanksgiving. And remember to always be thankful. God bless you. We are out. I hate that. God bless you. Peace. Yeah.